These fun puffed rice granola bars are ready in minutes. They're sticky and soft with a bit of crunch from nuts and seeds. They can be easily made nut-free with just a couple of simple swaps, so hit that subscribe button and see how they're made. Hello, I'm Catherine. Bryan's behind the camera, and these puffed rice granola bars have consistently been one of the most popular recipes on our blog. So it's about time they had a video. These come together really quickly. They're perfect for popping into school or work lunch. And if you are a peanut butter lover, you are going to love these as is. But if you need a nut-free version, it's very easy to alter these. I'll show you how. The bulk of these granola bars are puffed rice and oats. I use plain rice puffs, but I also toss in some kamut puffs because I love the different texture and flavor they provide. You can use just all rice puffs though, if you prefer. And then oats, either rolled oats or quick oats, help to add bulk to these granola bars while keeping the cost lower. For the add-ins, I use chopped roasted almonds, dried cranberries, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds, cinnamon, and a bit of salt just to bring all those flavors together. And to make this recipe nut-free, you can either omit the almonds altogether or replace them with another seed or dried fruit. The chia seeds help to bind these granola bars, but the main binding power comes from peanut butter, maple syrup, or another liquid sweetener. Today I'm actually using date syrup and applesauce. For a nut-free version, the only other thing you have to do is replace the peanut butter with a seed butter, like sunflower butter or tahini, which is made from sesame seeds. Let's make them. To a large bowl, add 1 cup rolled or quick oats, 1 cup plain rice puffs, 3/4 cup kamut puffs, 1/2 cup roasted chopped almonds, 1/2 cup dried cranberries, 1/4 cup pumpkin seeds, 1 tablespoon chia seeds, 3/4 teaspoon cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon salt. Mix to combine evenly. In a separate bowl, combine 1/2 cup peanut butter or seed butter, 1/3 cup maple syrup or another liquid sweetener like the date syrup I'm using today, and 1/4 cup applesauce. If your peanut butter is runny, you can simply mix these together, but if it is firm, gently heat the mixture on the stove top or in the microwave until you can easily combine them. Pour the wet mixture over the dry ingredients and stir until evenly coated. Now, this is a no-bake recipe, but the last thing to do is to compress this mixture into a baking tin so that it can form compact bars. And lining your baking tin with parchment paper or wax paper makes lifting the compressed bars out much easier. Otherwise, you're going to be trying to scoop sticky granola bars out of a tin, and this recipe won't be as easy and hassle-free for you as you'd like. Here's a great trick for lining a baking tin with parchment paper. Cut a slit into each corner of the paper and fold one flap behind the other. This will create cleaner corners that will help the paper stay in place and prevent your granola bars from being all wrinkled in the corners. Spoon the granola mixture into a lined 8 by 8 inch baking tin, spread it evenly into the corners, and really compress it down as much as possible. Use parchment paper and the bottom of a glass to pack the mixture down without much sticking. Place the tin in the freezer for at least 10 minutes, but ideally 30 to allow it to firm up. Remove the tin from the freezer, use the paper to lift the mixture out of the tin, and slice into 12 bars. Any little bit of crumbling can be stuck back into the granola bars or enjoyed as your little reward for making them. Cheers? Sure.
All right. Catherine says I love everything too much, so.
I didn't want you to oversell it. No.
This looks amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is amazing. This is some. You just do it. Say what you need to say. I'm good.
I'm being honest when I say that things are good.
I just didn't want you to like overdo it so that they trust you.
We were out for a walk the other day and Catherine's giving me grief. She's like, you can't just say everything's amazing all the time.
I was like, just tone it down a little bit. Make
So
sure
now I'm saying these granola bars, they're okay. But in actuality, they're great.
Good. I'm glad you like them. Like, do you like that they're soft?
Yeah, it's good.
And
I'm not going to go on and on about it because...
Fine, I'll just get straight to the things that I'm going to say. These are delicious. I have a note in the recipe card on the blog about decreasing the amount of maple syrup and peanut butter in these. And if you want these to hold together, you have to use the amount of the ingredients as I've listed them, because otherwise they are too delicate and they will crumble.
The amount of the liquid ingredients.
The liquid ingredients, yeah.
Not the dry.
No, you could decrease the amount of dry. Like some of these I made, I think like this one, I made a batch without almonds the other day because I was running low on almonds, and they stick together a little bit better. If you don't have the almonds, of course, because that coarse texture and the added bulk makes them harder to stick together. So if you want to leave out one of those ingredients, then you'll be even more in the clear for having them stick together well. But with that said, I do often make these and use less maple syrup and peanut butter. Just know that they will crumble on you, and you'll end up with kind of smaller pieces of granola bars and then some loose granola mixed in as well. But that loose granola we usually put on yogurt and stuff, and it's also delicious. So
It's okay.
it's if you want to make these granola bars gluten-free, omit the kamut puffs because those are a wheat grain. But if you can find certified gluten-free oats and rice puffs, then that's a way to make these gluten-free. Would you think that homemade granola bars are more expensive than store-bought granola bars?
I would think that. Similar to our granola. I would have thought homemade granola.
Yeah.
No way you can do that cheaper than store-bought.
Because you have to buy everything individually. And something like granola bars, they go on sale so often. So I thought it was going to be way more expensive to make these than to just buy granola bars. But this recipe makes 12 bars and cost me just over $5. So it works out to about 42 cents per bar. If we buy kind of higher end granola bars, the more all natural granola bars from our local grocery store, they're about $1 per bar. And then the lower cost granola bars are about equivalent to this cost from our local grocery store. From our warehouse store, the lower end granola bars are about 25 cents per bar, so they are less expensive. These are about equivalent or even a little bit less expensive than the high-end granola bars from our wholesale store. So they do take a few minutes to make, but you know exactly what's going in them, and they're not necessarily more expensive or might even save you a buck or two. So this recipe is linked below for you. We have one other granola bar on the blog, so check that one out. Our energy balls, if you like making stuff like this at home, and if you stock these kinds of ingredients in your pantry, then you can whip up anything like this really quickly, and you can buy your pantry ingredients when they're on sale. It's made a huge difference for us to stock ingredients like this, and then that way we don't have to buy everything, we can just make our own. It's getting hot in here. So check out our pantry video if you haven't watched that yet, and that can give you some guidance as to what we stock in our pantry. Hit that subscribe button and like and comment and all the things that help our channel grow, and we'll see you in the next one. I've just been holding this little piece the whole time.
Go for it.